Marietta College is giving its students a chance to enhance their skills and participate in a mock interview session this evening. Students at Marietta College had the chance to sign up and get feedback about their interviewing skills. Each session was 5 minutes, and during those 5 minutes, the student would be asked a general question. They could tie this question to their focused career or answer in general terms. Then they would have 2 minutes to get feedback from their interviewers about posture, speaking, body language, and more.
I think students need to practice how to communicate with interviewers, and so this is really a chance for them to practice their interviewing skills in a friendly environment.
The interviewers were members of the staff and faculty.